Welcome to this screencast on Power Teacher Gradebook, where I'm going to show you how to add assignments in the gradebook. Welcome to this Power Teacher Gradebook screencast, where I'm going to show you how to add assignments into the gradebook. So here I am in the gradebook. Prior to this, I've created my categories. Now I'm ready to put in some assignments. Up here at the top, you want to make sure you're on the Score Sheet tab. On the Score Sheet tab, you want to also make sure you're on the correct term. So if you're at the elementaries, this would be in trimesters, trimester 1, 2, or 3. The middle school would be quarters, quarter 1, 2, 3, or 4. And very important for the middle school, you want to make sure you are not working in the semesters, as the grades are calculated by quarter. If you do mouse over this does tell you the window of when that term takes place. So for example, trimester 1 here says this takes place from September 2nd until December 2nd. Down here is the plus and the minus. You want to click on the plus to add an assignment. You click on the minus. If you make a mistake, you can delete an assignment. So I'm going to click on the plus. What that does is it opens up this new assignment box down at the bottom where you can fill in the details of that assignment. So let's do a summative first. I'm going to type in here Unit 1 Assessment. If you hit Tab, it jumps to the next field. The abbreviation will autofill. You can shorten it if you want to. There's really no need to. Your choice there. For category, you're going to choose the category. So I said this was going to be a summative, which is included in the final scoring. When you choose the category, what's nice is because we set all these details up at the category level now, the points possible auto changes to 4. This auto checks to include in final grade. The only other thing you really have to change here is the due date, where you can click on this little mini calendar and choose when that assignment would be due. And in the description box, you can put a description of the assignment if you feel that you need to explain what the assignment covered. You can also click this little link, and you can add a URL here along with some text that the students or the parents can click on to get to that URL. So an example here might be if you put a resource online or your assignment involved an online activity, be a great way to use that button to link that up right here in the description so parents or students can see that right from the gradebook when they look online. Those are the details of the assignment. You still have to attach the standards to the assignment. So this is the standards tab where those standards are located. Prior to this, we added the standards into this trimester. So if you haven't done that, make sure you do that so you can see these. When you look at the standards, there are some standards that start with SHB. These SHB standards are the academic success habits and behaviors. These are habits and behaviors that relate to a particular content area. You will see these in all your content areas. These will not ever be attached to an assignment. These will only be graded at the end of the term, and we'll release information about how to do that as the term comes to an end. So none of these SHBs should ever be checked for an assignment. If you scroll down, you will see your content standards. Your content standards start with an abbreviation of whatever content area that is. So I happen to be working in a math class, so this starts with MA. Science would start with SC or SCI, so on and so forth. So you want to find the standards that relate to this particular assignment and check them off. So we're going to say that for this assessment, that covered these 3 standards. And when I'm all done with that, I click Save. And that assignment now gets added up here in the score sheet area. So this is the actual assignment. If you click on the little S here, this stands for standards. This is the standards tab. This pops them out to the side. And I'll show you in the next screencast how to go through and score those depending on if it's a summative or if it's a formative. If you teach more than one class and you want to copy this after this is all set up to the other classes, you can go up under Tools, and there is a choice to copy assignments. So you can pick the assignments you want to copy. I happen to only have one in here right now, but if I set up a few at a time, I could check those off, hit Next. This would let me then pick my other classes where I could check those off. I could also change the due date if I needed to, depending on if those other classes meet every other day or every day, and if the assignment's due on the same day. So you can walk through this copy assignments, and that'll actually copy that to the other classes, so you don't have to repeat that process for all 3 or 4 of the same class that you might teach. So that is adding the assignments, and again, I'll show you in the next screencast how to go through and properly score. Thanks for watching.